Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another video. I'm so glad you're here. In today's video, we are going to talk all about these wonderful, extremely helpful and affordable skincare products that will completely transform your skin and acne. Take it from me, I am somebody who has struggled with cystic acne, hormonal acne, combination skin, you name it. I've had acne scarring, terrible acne scarring, for a very long time, and about 5 years ago I was able to completely transform my skin using these products right in front of you. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that have helped me. I'm 42 years old and I get complimented on my skin all the time, and it's definitely all because of these products. So stick around and let's get right into it. So the first thing that I want to mention here is that it's really important to start clearing your acne from the inside out. And that took me a lot of research. I just so happened to have a client at the time. I was teaching my bar fitness classes and she recommended that I try apple cider vinegar. Now, she is somebody who works in the supplement field. She is somebody who is very knowledgeable about supplements, and she recommended that I use the Nature's Truth brand. And she said it's because they have one of the highest potency apple cider vinegars. So my lovely client actually recommended to me that I start by taking 2 of these a day, and at the time that would have equaled 1,200 milligrams in the morning and at night. And I can tell you guys that after about a month of consistently taking apple cider vinegar, I saw a huge transformation in how my skin was responding each month when I would have hormonal fluctuations and things like that. So I was hooked on this particular brand. I've done quite a few videos about apple cider vinegar, and this is what changed the game. This is what started it all. This is what truly started to transform my skin. Moving forward, I've learned some even better tips and tricks. So we're staying on the topic of curing the acne from the inside out. Now I want to say here, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but apple cider vinegar is antibacterial and is considered antimicrobial. So when you take it internally, it's going to help, 1, clear the breakouts from the inside out, and 2, it's going to stop more breakouts from happening. As I mentioned, if you're having hormonal breakouts or cystic acne or anything like that that is really deep in the skin, this is going to be a great product for you to start with. So moving right along, the holy grail right here for me for clear skin and for a lot of other things, I've done so many videos about berberine. It is my go-to right now. I've used it consistently for about 4 months, is this product. This has been a life-changing, game-changing product. These are incredible products, okay? But the reason why I love the berberine is that it not only is antibacterial and antimicrobial, it will help your skin clear from the inside out. There are so many other benefits to taking berberine. I really want you to do your own research. I want to say I am not a doctor. I am simply somebody who has struggled with this and found my own solutions after doing tons of research, okay? I'm gonna link my berberine videos for you guys below. Today, we're just talking about acne. Amazing, I don't see acne, hardly ever. I'm not saying my skin is perfect by any means. I am going through perimenopause right now, so I am sometimes having some skin issues. I mostly deal with more dryness now as I'm getting older. This is amazing, game changer, will completely change your skin. So now what I do want to say with this, in comparison to the apple cider vinegar, there's, not very many side effects that are associated with taking apple cider vinegar. Most people can take this very safely. Most people can take berberine very safely as well. However, there are some side effects that you can experience. Upset stomach, you might feel nauseous from it. You could have the other end of that where you're feeling constipated. So do your own research, but if I have to choose right now, I'm going with the berberine. Okay, now another product that you can add into your regime, and you can take turmeric very safely with both of these products, okay? Once again, consult with your healthcare professional, your dermatologist when starting any of these programs. But if I just need a little bit of an extra boost, say I'm having a really hard time with my skin, which very rarely happens these days, and add in some turmeric. Also, if you just want to completely opt out for these 2 options and just stick with this is a really good place to start. I don't feel like this is going to give you those, ultimate benefits as the apple cider or the berberine, but I do feel like it is a very good addition. So these are 500 milligrams. You can kind of play around with it, see what works best for your skin. It has anti-inflammatory benefits to it, which will help your skin. It will help your joints. So between these 3 products, I really do not think you can go wrong. And as I mentioned, I am a huge lover of this. I think one of the misconceptions, and this was something that I always thought when I was really dealing with my cystic acne and dealing with my hormonal acne and all of that, was that the more I can dry my skin out, the more the acne will go away. And this is absolutely false. Your skin really needs to find its natural pH balance. And this can be really hard because if you're dealing with acne, it's a vicious cycle. You feel like you need to dry it out, you dry it out, your skin produces more oil to try to overcompensate for that. And then the bacteria grows, it gets stuck under the dry skin, and then you have a ton of acne. So one of the brands that I truly love, and this has been my go-to for a really long time, is the CeraVe. And they do make an acne version of this. I currently, because I'm not dealing with acne, I just use the hydrating cream to foam cleanser. I find that this is perfect. It really does wash away all of my makeup. It doesn't leave any residue, and it truly doesn't dry my skin out. And as I mentioned, I am 42 years old, so I am going through some more hormonal changes, and I'm having drier skin. So I have to be really careful when I wash my skin that I'm not stripping that natural layer, not making it too dry because it will get flaky. So this one has really been a game changer for me. I feel like the price point on this is so affordable. This is like, I think it was $7 or $8.99. I got it at Walmart. And then now I cannot believe that I spaced and forgot to put this in. So I'm cutting in on this video. Marula oil. This is the facial oil from Trader Joe's. This is cold pressed. This was $7.99. Such a deal. I know that it sounds counterproductive to be putting oil on your face when you have acne or you already have oily skin. Do your research, but from my experience, this has actually cured my acne. So when I do have bad breakouts, I will put a very thin layer of this on my skin. I'll let it soak in. I'll do my chores, do whatever I'm doing for the day. And then I'll come back and I'll just lightly take this off with a warm or damp washcloth. And I'm telling you guys, this does really help. Do your research on oil, but I can now at this point, I can use oils. I can use coconut oil. Some people do have issues with coconut oil, but I feel like this one is a very safe bet to try. Once again, $7.99. You can get this at Whole Foods. You can get this at Trader Joe's. I personally would recommend the Trader Joe's one just because the price point is so good. Another really good option here is just the Cetaphil. I love this one as well. This is great for acne prone skin. And I'll read the back to you guys. So it's fragrance free, paraben free, it clog your pores, it's hypoallergenic, and this one is a hydrating foaming cream cleanser. Now what I will say with these two together, this one does kind of start off as a cream, but it does provide a more foam type cleanse to it, which I like more because I just feel like I'm really getting off my makeup and really cleansing my skin nicely without stripping the barrier. This one really doesn't foam very much, so I feel like I have to work it in a little bit more, but this one is also great. So either way, you can't really go wrong. And as I mentioned, I do believe both Cetaphil and CeraVe do have a acne product that you can use that probably won't dry your skin out. Oh God. Okay, so now I want to move into some more natural remedies for helping to cure your acne from the topical standpoint. This is going to sound bizarre unless you have really researched the benefits of honey. Now, honey is also antimicrobial and antibacterial. It is wonderful for your skin. Not to say that I'm speaking from my experience. I am not a dermatologist. I am not a doctor. Do your own research. I would hate to recommend something to you that's going to break you out. However, in my experience, this has cleared my acne. So what I like to do is I like to take my turmeric powder, and this is just from Trader Joe's. This was $3.99. This is also from Trader Joe's. This is the organic honey, and I believe this was $6.99. What I do is I get a little bowl, little mixing bowl, really just eyeball it. I squirt some honey into my bowl. I sprinkle in some turmeric powder. I call this the Golden Goddess Mask. I whip it together. It comes out this golden, beautiful color. It looks like solid gold. And then I apply it to my face with either clean fingers or I use a little facial brush. I leave that on there for about 10 minutes. I will then remove this and this with just a nice cloth, and it is a great way to treat acne, to hydrate your skin, and really just prevent more acne from starting. So this is a great way to give yourself a nice little at-home mask that doesn't cost very much. And when you're doing something like this, it's completely natural and you know what's going on your skin. I don't have an avocado in front of me. I actually live on an avocado farm, so I'm very lucky to have avocados all the time. We eat avocados like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, basically. Times what I'll do is I'll go down, I'll pick an avocado, I'll let it ripen up for a little bit, slice it in half. I might mix it with some banana and some avocado, hydrating and healthy for your skin. So that's another one you can do. Now we're gonna talk about this guy later, but I wanna move into foundations. And I'm gonna tell you guys why I love these foundations, and we're gonna talk about price point. We have quite a few of them here. Now I wanna just briefly talk about my dancing days, okay? So I used to perform for basically my entire life. And when I hit my teens is when I started noticing hormonal acne, and I would get it right around the jawline right here and right around my chin. And it would be very, very deep cystic acne underneath the skin. So it'd be very painful, very hard to cover up, okay? And that's a vicious cycle. Couple that cystic acne with performing on stage, going to rehearsals, being very active all the time, sweating, you know, as I mentioned, being a teenager and not really knowing a whole lot about how to care for your skin. Plus, this was back in the like 90s, so it wasn't the resources out there like YouTube that we have now. So I was using, I believe it was like Revlon Color Stay, very thick foundation on my face to try to cover that, and I would wear it to school and I would wear it to dance class, making things so much worse for myself because it was just becoming a vicious cycle of sweat and clogged pores and all of the gross things, okay? So now my go-tos have been Bare Minerals, and in the state where you're having this vicious cycle, Bare Minerals is a really good one to start with, okay? This is a newer one, a somewhat newer one within the past like year or two. And this is the Complexion Rescue. This is a tinted hydrating gel. This is not going to be a super full coverage, you know, matte kind of makeup on your face, but it isn't going to irritate anything. And this is a great everyday wear. So I will use this if I'm teaching a fitness class. I actually have it on right now, so you can kind of see it is, you know, it does give a nice coverage to the skin. I can touch my face. It feels like skin. It's hydrating. It's not going to dry my skin out, and it's not going to break my skin out. So I know that this is a go-to and one I can trust. Okay, second up is Bare Minerals again. I'm a lover of Bare Minerals. This one is the original liquid mineral foundation, okay? Now this one is going to give you a little bit more of a dewy look. It has been great for me in my recent years because I have really gotten rid of my acne scars and all of that. But sometimes these dewier type of foundations will accentuate it. They'll add a little shine and sheen to your face, and it will kind of amplify those marks and discolorations, if you will. So moving on, I wanna say that this one has also been a really great product. This is the Tarte brand. This one does not break me out. This is a little bit of a thicker foundation. So this one, if you really wanna cover up some scars or anything like that. This one is actually, the color on this one is medium sand. It's a beautiful finish. It's Amazon clay. A little bit goes a long way with this product. If I use too much of it, it's way too thick and way too cakey. So I can just put a little dab on my hand, mix it together with a beauty blender. Little bit goes a long way. It will last all day. This is a full coverage 16 wear foundation. Once again, this is by Tarte. This is the Amazon clay. And I will link these products below from Ulta or Sephora, and I'll make sure to put all of the pricing in there, okay? I will say that Tarte is probably a little bit more expensive than the Bare Minerals, and oftentimes I can find these products at TJ Maxx or Marshall's for a pretty good deal. Now moving on here, we're gonna talk about the higher end foundations. I wanna say that I feel that Lancome is currently moving in a more clean beauty direction. I don't know if they're necessarily called a clean beauty product. I think there are some aspects of it. These are two of my favorite foundations from Lancome. They are on the pricier side, okay? So each of these foundations are around $40 to $45 a piece. They give a beautiful, flawless, natural skin look. So if you're really, really having a special event, or you're a performer, or you're going on stage and you just want a flawless, beautiful look to your skin, these are worth the price, okay? So this one is the hydrating one. So this one's the hydrating and lifting Lancome product. It has sunscreen in it. This one has a purple top, okay? This one is gonna give you a little bit more of a glowy, dewy look. And this one is going to give you more of a matte finish. So this one is absolutely gorgeous. I love this foundation. It is empty. It is basically completely empty because for so long, I was using this every single day. I just can't get over how gorgeous this foundation is, how well it covers, how well it makes your skin just look beautiful. So this one is the Ultra Wear Care and Glow. And it doesn't really have any of that dewy look. So if you are struggling with any acne scarring or existing breakouts and you want to spend the $42, $45-ish, this is worth the price. I have to say that these two are my absolute favorite right now. Okay. Now, on a very inexpensive scale, I'm going to show you e.l.f. Okay. And I want to say that this does have a fragrance smell to it. I have currently gotten my acne under control by using my berberine and by using the face washes I show here and my mask. This is a solid product. This product has not broken my skin out. This is the Flawless Satin Foundation in medium coverage. It provides a nice, good layer to your face without making your face look cakey, okay? Now on the back of this, I wanna mention that it does say that it is a clean beauty product, it is vegan, and it is cruelty-free. Now with all of that being said, it does have a fragrance smell to it. However, it has not broken me out. This was only $6.99, so this is the most affordable on this little palette here, if you will. Use with caution, maybe try it on a little spot and see how it goes. Or maybe this is something that if you want to save a little money in the future, you spend a little more on the bare minerals, you spend a little more on the berberine, you get your face wash, you get your skin under control first. Once you're on a good path, maybe test this out. But for the price point, I had to mention this because it's a really beautiful foundation and it really does cover up very, very nicely. And for $6.99, my goodness, I will definitely be repurchasing this. Okay, now this one is by Zuzu Luxe. I believe I said that right. This is an oil-free liquid foundation, and this one is also cruelty-free. It is a mineral-based foundation. I found this at California Market. Now, if you don't live on the Central Coast, you could probably find products like this at a Whole Foods Find. And I just kind of randomly found this. I will say it's a nice light finish to it. So this would be more of like if I'm going to do like an exercise class or I'm going to go teach or maybe, you know, do a dance class or something like that. And I just want a nice glowy kind of look to my skin. It's not a ton of coverage. This one, you can just put like a few dabs on your face and just kind of, you know, rub it in with your fingertips nice and gently. So it's not a full coverage, but it's broken me out. And it's been a really nice one to have in my collection. So this one was a little pricier. I believe it was around $32.99-ish or so. I'll try to find it and link it. But these I feel are some really good options if you are currently struggling with your skin. Coming in at number one, higher price point, but I'm gonna say the Lancome. Coming in at number two, I'm gonna say Bare Minerals for the fact that this is a clean beauty product. It does last all day and it does provide a lot of coverage. At number three, I'm gonna say Tarte right here. I think it's really nice for a full coverage look. A little bit goes a long way, so this will last you. And then at number three, we're gonna go with the e.l.f. Cosmetics. I really don't think you can go wrong with this guy. And then at number, what are we at? Number four, number five, we're gonna say this one. It's a nice product, it's a decent price point, and it, you know, it does provide a beautiful finish. So lastly on this list, I wanna talk about K-beauty products, okay? I have used Korean beauty products off and on for a long, long time, for probably about as long as I've been taking this apple cider vinegar, like 5 years. And I actually found that product. I have a whole video on my channel about it at TJ Maxx a long time ago for like $3.99. I took a chance on it and it works so well. Now, what I will say about the K-beauty products is as I'm getting a little bit older, I will find that sometimes they can over dry my skin. So I have to be kind of careful with that. But I do love the toners. And so this one I found, this is from Nature, that is actually the brand name. And this one is $6.99. I got it from Marshall's, okay? And this is a collagen honey toner. It's a nutrition and moisturizing just toner for your face. So a lot of times at night, if I'm feeling a little extra dry, I will wash my face with the CeraVe, and then I will just apply a little bit of this toner to my face with a cotton ball. I'll just add a nice little nice moisture barrier to my skin when I go to sleep. It's also important to talk about washing your sheets very regularly, at least once a week. Sometimes I do it twice a week just because I don't want to take any chances. We sleep on it. Sometimes we sweat at night. Our pillowcases are super important. I switched a while back to satin pillowcases only. Cotton is just very absorbent and it will take in all that bacteria and sweat, and then that will just transfer to your face. I'm a side sleeper, so that's probably why I was getting all of that acne right here when I was younger. So I have a few satin pillowcases. I just collect them when I see them for a good price, and then I change them out very regularly, and oftentimes more so than I even change my sheets. So that is another little tip. Is to keep that all clean. Keep your makeup brushes clean. Bacteria loves to find those makeup brushes and get in between all those little fibers and then goes right onto your face. Keep your sponges clean. I also want to mention too that if you're using any heavy hair products, my hair is wavy right now. I have it straightened and I actually haven't washed it in quite a few days, so it's probably looking pretty oily on here. But be careful with the conditioners you use. If you can, opt for something that's a little bit more natural, maybe a little less heavy. Be careful if you're using any creams or oils or things like that that will get on your face. You can always apply those things and then take maybe like, a little makeup wipe and just make sure that you're wiping around the areas that it could get to. So a lot of those things go into it too. We just have to be very careful. Bottom line, what I can say is clear skin really does start from the inside out. So if you can find one of these products right here that will work for you, start here, okay? And then build on your good skincare habits every single day. I promise you, I have been there. I know how it feels to not want to leave your home, to feel embarrassed about your skin. I used to cry and not want to go to work because I would feel so embarrassed at how bad my skin was. I didn't want to perform on stage. It really, really took a toll on how I was feeling about myself for a long, long time. Do your research, ask questions, get good, clean products. Take the berberine, take the apple cider vinegar. I promise you, your skin will improve over time. I hope that this video helped just one person to have some ideas or give you a little bit of knowledge about products that promise you can achieve your best skin. I love you guys so much. Please subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in my next video.